All right, guys, we're going to go and get started. This whole thing takes about 15 minutes, and then we'll hurry up and get you out to your privilege period. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about some of our athletic events and how the student sections are handled, as well as class ring information. That is something that traditionally happens your junior year. You'll purchase your class ring, and it gets delivered delivered the spring semester. We'll talk about what that looks like and how that happens. Some homecoming information, it kind of got teased out already. And then our counselors are going to talk to you about being engaged here on our campus and being active participants, and that'll lead right into our Eagle Engagement Initiative and our Eagle Award app. So first, for our athletic events, in our student section specifically, in order to sit in the student section, first I want to say it's so good to have you guys back to almost a traditional school again. It's really, really fun to see you guys in the student section. You guys have done a fantastic job. Our upperclassmen, both seniors and juniors, have done a fantastic job of helping lead that student section, and it's been overwhelming coming to, we have 35 or between 30 and 35 kids coming to volleyball games, where in the past we haven't had that many at all. I expect this to continue happening all throughout football season and carrying over into basketball as well and into our spring sports. But some rules and some specific things we have for our student section of this. In order to get into our student section, number one, you have to have a student ID, but along with student ID, you also have to have a trust card. In order to access the student section at the baseball field, at the softball field, you don't necessarily have to have a trust card because it's a little bit of a different setup. But here at Eagle Stadium and also at our competition gym, you must have that trust card and ID with you. If you do not have your trust card, you can still sit in the gym somewhere or sit in the general admission, but you just can't get in the student section. Tickets are only available online for Eagle Stadium. It's just a little bit of a leftover from COVID, so that's how they're doing that. So you can't buy them. It used to be we'd sell them here on our campus, or you could buy them at the gate. Now you have to purchase them online. They are for sale starting the Monday, the week of the game. There are QR codes, though, as you walk up. If you just pull your phone up, most of you probably just pull your phone up and purchase it right there on your phone as you're going in. You can do that as well if you need to. For events that are occurring here on our campus, so like in the competition gym, you can purchase a ticket at the door. It's a little bit different than Eagle Stadium. It's just not as big a demand. And then the other thing is at Eagle Stadium specifically, we do not allow bags. We allowed you to bring in backpacks and things like that the first couple of weeks because we had a couple of kids that would come straight over from athletics or straight over from school. However, we traditionally have not allowed that to happen. So starting this last week, we did not allow that, and we'll still not allow bags in our student sections. And the last thing, and the biggest, most important thing, is when you're sitting in the student section, cheer, have fun, be energetic, stand up and yell and encourage your team, encourage your school, but be respectful. Yes, I want you to have fun and kind of make fun of the other team a little bit and razz them, absolutely, but we're going to do it respectfully. We're not going to cuss them. We're not going to be disrespectful to them specifically. So make sure you're respectful. If an administrator or a teacher or anybody has anything, or an adult who's there, addresses you guys in the student section, our expectation is just like here on the campus, anywhere in the halls or anywhere, if an adult asks you to do something, our expectation is you follow along and you're compliant. If you're not compliant with it, you'll be removed from the student section and then kicked out of the game, and normally consequences will follow here on our campus. Okay, for class rings, this is a junior rite of passage. Traditionally, what happens with a class ring is this. It's purchased at the beginning of your junior year. It is delivered the second semester, the early part of second semester. And you will wear this class ring the end of your junior year and your entire senior year. However, whenever you wear it where if you're looking at it, if I have a ring on this hand, you're looking at it and it'll be upside down. So you couldn't see it said Allen High School. It would be upside down to you. At our graduation ceremony, we have a tradition where it's called the turning of the ring. You do this in college as well. Once you've graduated, you then become alumni. So after you've walked across the stage, we'll do a couple of ceremonies. One ceremony is the turning of the ring. You'll then take that ring off and you'll flip it over and turn it around. That way, whenever you hold your hand down, everyone will be able to see that Allen High School is actually there, and they'll understand that you are now an alumni from this campus. It is a really cool thing. It's something you can look back on 20 years later. If you're interested, if you go to Jostens, JOSTENS.com, They have multiple packages for you. You can see they have some of our basic standard ones up to very fancy ones. It really just kind of depends upon your options. I'm going to play a short video for you guys right now and let my buddy Chris from Jocelyn talk to you guys for a second.
Allen High School class of 2023. Stick with me for the next 45 seconds and I'll tell you how to take advantage of this special offer. My name is Chris and I'm here to help celebrate you. In case you haven't noticed, the last couple of years things have looked a little different than we're all used to. The question is, 20 years from now, how will you choose to remember your high school experience? Let your custom class ring tell your story in a way that will last a lifetime. This is your junior year, so let's celebrate. Today begins your school's official ordering week, and you should be receiving a packet at school. That packet contains a ring sizer so that you can accurately size your finger. But don't worry, if you get it wrong, we provide free resizing for life. Now you can order your custom class ring anytime you want, but if you order in the next few weeks, you will also receive the class of 2023 companion. So go to jostens.com and start designing your custom class ring. Don't forget to order by midnight on October 6th to take advantage of this special offer. Thanks, and have fun.
All right. So if you go online, you can start the process of ordering a class ring. Also, on your way out of here, there'll be a package we're going to ask you to pick up on your way out. It'll explain the class rings. When we negotiated our price point for them, we always start off and saying we want to have a basic class ring. It's a little bit over $100. That's traditionally the basic one. But you can upgrade it up to as much as you want to, several hundreds, almost to probably close to $1,000. Just kind of depends on what you want on it. I don't get anything from it, so if you choose to buy one, great. If you don't, it doesn't matter to me. It's up to you guys. But lots of people enjoy the class rings. Okay, jumping forward to homecoming now. Homecoming is coming up in just a few weeks, actually. The homecoming game will be October 22nd. That Friday, we'll have probably our best pep rally. We have a blackout pep rally that will occur on the 22nd as well. The dance will follow that Saturday on October 23rd. The dance is going to be themed. It's going to be 80s themed, which means we're going to have a whole bunch of retro arcade things and different things there. This is probably the most fun activity or event that we have on our campus. 3 years ago, which was the last year, we actually were able to have a homecoming dance. We had over 3,000 kids there. It's really one of the more fun events. I enjoy it. There will be a life-size Pac-Man area. There's going to be full-size video games. Our entire cafeteria will have a DJ with multiple stages and lights. It is the real deal. It's really fun. It's really cool. So hopefully you guys will come. Price point right now is $25 per ticket. They do have a VIP experience also that costs $40 per ticket. With the VIP experience, you get some VIP swag as well as a separate entrance and some access to some special selfie cameras and some selfie things that you guys can put on your Insta feed if you choose to. Also, court nominations for your homecoming court will start here pretty quickly. It'll be pushed out through there's a class called it's called your Student Connections through through Canvas. So that'll open up, and once that opens up, you guys will be voting on your court favorites up until October 20th. Tickets are on sale right now for the homecoming dance, and they'll run all the way until the 20th of October, and then we'll shut it down. All right, now I got a few words from our counselors. They're going to talk to you a little bit about being engaged and being active participant here at Allen High School.
Hi guys, my name is Miss Sizemore. I'm one of the house counselors. I'm in house 100, so I have A through BEK. I also have with me here Miss Jordan. She is in house 600. Okay, so if you don't know who your counselor is, make sure you go by your house office and meet them. There's posters all over the building that has our picture and name. There's QR codes that will take you directly to our emails. If you want to email us a quick question or set up an appointment or anything like that. A couple people have been shifted around, and I know a lot of you may have not even been here last year, so just make sure you know who your counselor is, where to find them. And like I said, the posters are all around the school. Okay, so like Mr. Neely said earlier, we just wanted to kind of welcome you guys back and kind of congratulate you for the last year and a half. It's been a difficult time for you guys. If you think about COVID kind of messed up your freshman year and all of your sophomore year, and now here you are as a junior. So we just wanted to welcome you guys back. You've been very resilient, and we're here to talk to you about getting engaged here on campus. Because one of the things that may have affected your lives in school the last couple years, clubs, organizations, meeting in a group setting, those kind of things. So we want to make sure that you know everything that you have available to you now that you're juniors here at Allen. So on the Allen High School website, at the very top, there's an activities tab. So if you click on that, it's going to pull up a huge list of different clubs, organizations that we have here. There is something for everybody. I think there's 120-ish clubs and organizations. So if you read through there, I'm sure you'll find one or more that's something that interests you. If you don't see anything that you can relate to, you can even start your own. So make sure you check that out. This is good to put on your resume, whether you're going to college, military, workforce after graduation. It's very good to be involved. A lot of places are looking at you holistically, so they want to look at what else you did other than just academics while you were here at Allen. One last thing, make sure that you guys come to college night tonight. It's here 6:30 to 8:30. There's going to be hundreds of schools here, some that you may not even have heard of. You can stop and talk to a representative from those schools and see if it's something that you're interested in, and have a great year.
All right. So that segues right into our Eagle engagement. So if you do not have our Eagle Award app, right now is the time you need to go ahead and get your phone out and download this app. The reason when I ask you to download the app is because you'll receive points throughout the year. One of the best things, one of the most important things that's happening to you this year is you're going to have something called priority scheduling that's going to happen right about spring break time frame this year. The reason it's so important for you guys is because it's what sets up your senior schedule. And you get priority scheduling by earning points. You earn points by doing several different things on our campus. We want you to be engaged, as our counselor just talked about. But we want you to be engaged on our campus. And one of the ways we do this is through this Eagle Award app. See, we learned a while back that you guys do not check email, that you guys don't go to Skyward all the time. However, if we push out a notification through an app, you will look at that, because you do that for your Instagram, you do that for all the other social media stuff. You'll do that for this as well. So when there's events or things that are going on, we push those out and it dings and lets you know, oh, we got an event going on. All we ask is that once you download the app, we don't track you. There's nothing on there like tracking you or anything else. Well, all we ask is once you download the app, you put your student ID in your profile to make sure that you're actually receiving those points. And the way the app works is, besides pushing out a lot of information, you also can track your points and see where you're at 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for your points. But it's also a way for you to check into at events. So you guys are a little more tech savvy than me. What we do is we build a geo fence around this PAC area. We'll build a fence around it, and what happens is as you come into an event, you'll click that you're there. It'll check and see, are you actually at the event? And it says yes. You get a big check mark saying you're there, and once you check in, you receive points for that event. So some of y'all may ask, well, why are y'all pushing this engagement? Why are y'all pushing that we get involved and be actively involved in our education? Well, here's why. There's 3 reasons. Number 1, it aligns to our graduate profile. The graduate profile here at Allen High School states that at the bottom right-hand corner there, it states that we're in charge of you being responsible, engaged citizens. Okay? Well, the way you're responsible, engaged is you're an active participant. Second reason. Colleges and employers, they look for well-rounded students. When I'm going through and I'm interviewing future teachers who are trying to get a position on this campus, or I'm interviewing possible principals or counselors or multiple people, I'm looking to see not just their GPA. Yeah, I'll look at it, but that's not the end-all, be-all as to who gets a position here. We look to see what were they involved in. Were they a member of a sorority, a fraternity? Were they a member of certain organizations? Did they do philanthropy work? What did they do? That's what helps get your foot in the door. And that's what colleges are going to look at as well. You guys are applying. You'll be applying beginning of next year here pretty quickly. It's going to be coming very quickly whenever you apply to colleges. So make sure you look at this and try to be as well-rounded as you possibly can. And the last thing is this. It's been proven that students who are engaged on the campus are more successful in high school, as well as being more successful in life further down the road, because they are responsible, engaged citizens. So what are ways that you can be engaged in our campus? There's multiple ways. One of the top ways is you can join one of our organizations. We have 117 approved clubs on our campus. That's twice the amount of most traditional high schools. 117 approved clubs. We have an esports club on this campus that has multiple hundreds of students. Now, the esports club, it's amazing. It's a group of kids that sit around and play video games, and they go to competitions, they compete, and we have kids that are earning varsity scholarships to go to major universities, full rides out in California, specific major universities to play video games. We also have a club called the Quidditch Club. I didn't know what the heck a Quidditch Club was, but apparently if you're a Harry Potter fan, it's that game they play. I saw kids running around on top of broomsticks, knocking this ball thing. It was in the cafeteria. So there were several, you laugh, there were about 75 kids in there having a good time. Beside the Quidditch Club, we also have one of my favorite clubs as well. It's called the PB and Joy Club. PB and Joy Club meets every Friday afternoon, and they make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the homeless. And they give out thousands of sandwiches. They feed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of homeless all throughout the year. There's tons of clubs that are up here on our campus, and what we're asking you to do is, my goal is for every student to be a participant or be a member of one of our organizations somehow, some way. Some of you already are. You're involved in PALS, or you're involved in Escadrille, or you're involved in our athletic programs as well. But some of you guys aren't involved in that. We want you to find a way to get you plugged in our campus other ways as well. And these are ways to do that. We want you to start caring about, it's about being more than just your GPA, more than just the class. It's about being well-rounded. We also have a ton of events here at Allen High School. So besides being a member of a club or organization, we want you to come and support your fellow students. And that's more than just coming to athletic events. Yeah, we show the student section because that's really cool. We do a pretty good job of coming to our athletic events and going to Eagle Stadium and going to our basketball games, absolutely. But we also want to encourage you to come to the fine arts events as well. Come here and watch our orchestra perform, or come here and watch our show choir perform. We have a show choir that could possibly perform on Broadway. They're amazing, and we don't have enough students coming and seeing them, so we want to encourage you to do that. We also have things like Tuffy Talks, and we have talent shows for our students that are put on by our student council. We want to encourage you to come to those events because we want you to support your students. So that's the second way we push engagement on our campus. The third way is through service. By service, that means giving back. I mentioned the PB and Joy Club earlier. That's a way to give back. We want you to give back if you're on this campus. Giving back to the campus, giving back to the community, giving back to our state, and giving country and world. That's our ultimate goal. That's the idea behind us being a responsible, engaged citizen and productive member of society. So, through the Eagle Engagement Initiative, again, the ultimate goal is to earn points. And you earn points doing certain things that we determine that help you become engaged on our campus. For signing up for the Eagle Award app, which I saw a lot of you pull your phones out, and y'all did, as long as your ID number is a part of your profile, you'll receive 10 points just for doing that. A lot of you came in, you scanned in through our system whenever you checked in here. As long as you've scanned in for our class meeting, you'll receive 15 points for that. We have 2 class meetings, one in fall and one in spring. You'll get 30 points just for coming in here and sitting down for 15 minutes and listening to me talk. You also have a house meeting that'll happen through your house principals. It's a smaller venue, and you end up talking about a little bit more things like academics or your attendance or or fines, small things like that. They're more house related. But you'll have 2 of those. One will happen in fall and one will happen in spring. They're both 15 points apiece as well. We have a Canvas course that you all are enrolled in. It's called Student Life. Right now, the only module that's there is what you had to do to earn your trust card. Y'all remember that? So what will happen next is, after I'm done talking with you guys, this Friday, this week, we will push out all of our modules that we have created. We have lots of different modules. We have some modules that talk about academic success and how tutoring center works and how the testing center works and what you should do to be successful here on the campus academically. We also have a safety module where it talks about What happens if I'm sitting in the PAC Commons there and there's no teacher around and an alarm goes off for lockdown? How do I respond? So we have those things. Those are things that we think are important that you should know. We also have some financial literacy classes that we rolled out there. Now, financial literacy is probably one of the most important ones that y'all should get to know about, because right now you're sitting in Algebra 2 and Pre-Cal and Calculus, but the truth is, in a year and a half, if you don't understand compound interest, you're going to have a hard time, because you're going to be out there on your own trying to figure out all the things about student loans and car payments and stuff like that. Now, calculus may not help, but financial literacy absolutely will. So we have financial literacy classes that are 5 points apiece as well that you can earn points for. We also have our class reminds. How many of y'all got a text from me this morning letting you know, reminding you had a class meeting? A few of y'all did. You need to sign up for the class reminds. Reason being is because as you get older, especially your senior year, we send out reminds all the time. And we send that to our seniors because they have a lot of special events that occur throughout the senior year. Everything from a senior sunrise to a graduation to our prom to multiple things that have to do with our senior class. And we communicate a lot through reminds. So if you haven't signed up for it, sign up for it. We'll give you points there. And there's also tasks you have to do each year for Naviance. You're going to be required to do them anyway. You might as well do them early as we're trying to get them done, and you'll earn points for them. Some additional opportunities we have. All those things I just showed, you can do all those in the middle of the school day and still be engaged. You don't have to do any of those outside the school day. But if you choose to do some stuff outside the school day, these are the opportunities we think that are really show that you're engaged. First, if you'll join a club or an organization like that PB & Joy Club, or there's 117 clubs on our campus. You can get 5 points apiece for each club that you're a member of, or 10 points total. Yes, escadrille or athletics or all those are also considered an organization on our campus. They count already too, so you'll get points for that. You can attend Allen ISD College and Career Night, which is tonight. Y'all heard that right? If you attend tonight, not only will you have the opportunity to talk to over 150 colleges, they'll be lined all the way down our main corridor as well as our PAC area, and get some great information from them. You'll also earn points. You'll earn 5 points by checking in through the actual app. The only way you can check in tonight is through the app, so make sure you've downloaded that if you're coming tonight. You can attend any of our Allen High School events, which are our fine art events I talked about, which are athletic events, Tuffy Talks, all those different things I mentioned earlier. You can check in, you get 1 point apiece for each one of those. And if you complete service hours, you can receive 1 point per hour for a max of 10 points total. And if you're already a member of National Honor Society, you can double dip, where if you're a service organization, you have to do service hours already to stay an active member. You can take those same amount of hours and apply that to your points as well. So what are you looking for? You're earning all these points. Your goal is to earn 100 points. This happens around spring because you're wanting to earn something called priority scheduling. See, what happens is right before spring break, you guys are going to submit to us a list of classes that you're all saying, these are the classes that I really want to take, and then here's a couple of my optional ones. And then what we do is we build our master schedule based on student choice. Not ours, it's y'all's choice. We build it, but y'all drive the whole thing. It's based off what y'all are choosing. Then once we build a master schedule, we put it back out there and go, okay, juniors, you're about to be seniors, you get first crack at it. Fill out your schedule based off this master schedule. Y'all pick the classes you want. You pick the period you want them. Now, if you earn 100 points from our Eagle Award app, if you earn 100 points, you'll have the opportunity to log on 48 hours ahead of everybody in your class. Which means if you're a senior, that means you're the very first person logging in. And you have the ability to get the class you want, the privilege period you want, the specific periods of math, English, science. If you want them in certain times, it gives you the opportunity to get that. So I strongly encourage you to earn these points so you can get the 100 points. Your senior year, you're looking at exemptions from exams and graduation cords and things like that. But you guys, the main incentive is priority scheduling. Guys, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys coming and listening. On the way out, if y'all will only leave out this one door, if you did not scan, please make sure you scan and grab a packet for me, please, for your class ring.